All right, so you're thinking about a career as a fermenter operator.
And you want to walk into that interview feeling prepared?
That's where this deep dive comes in.
We're using RoleCatcher's resources to help you nail it.
Yeah, we've got career guides, sample interview questions,
We'll cover it all.
so you can really impress those hiring managers.
That's the goal.
So let's start by breaking down what a fermenter operator actually does.
Well, you're basically the master of the microbial world.
Okay, I like that.
Seriously, though.
Yeah.
From antibiotics and vitamins to the ingredients in your skincare,
Oh, well.
fermenter operators are managing those processes that bring those products to life.
It's a pretty important job then.
It is.
It sounds like it's a blend of science and hands-on skill.
Absolutely. You're monitoring fermentation vessels, adjusting parameters.
Making sure things are running smoothly.
Exactly. And you're also troubleshooting any issues that come up.
Keeping those microbes happy.
Pretty much.
And all while ensuring everything meets those strict quality standards. So it's not a one-person show, I imagine.
Definitely not. You'll be working in a team environment.
Collaborating with other operators and scientists.
Right. Communication is key.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into those interview questions.
Okay, let's do it.
I know RoleCatcher has tons of examples,
They do.
and you've picked out some common ones to help our listener prepare.
I have.
What's a good one to start with?
Well, even for entry-level roles, you might get asked,
Okay.
how did you become interested in fermentation?
Seems simple enough.
It is, but it's your chance to let your passion shine through.
So don't just list off qualifications.
Right, show them you're genuinely excited about this field.
How would you recommend doing that?
Well, did a specific class spark your interest?
Or maybe they've experimented with homebrewing.
Exactly, or maybe they just have a fascination with the science behind it all.
Share that enthusiasm.
Yes, let them see what drives you.
I like that. And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can be really helpful, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You can actually get feedback on how well your answer aligns with the job description,
It's amazing you can input your answer and the AI will analyze it.
tailoring it to the specific role.
Exactly.
That's incredible. Okay, so what about a question like,
Yeah.
what kind of experience do you have working with fermentation equipment?
Ah, a classic.
Even if you're fresh out of school, you can still highlight relevant experience.
For sure. Did you work with bioreactors in a lab setting?
Maybe you had a personal project.
Like homebrewing.
Yeah, exactly.
The key is to connect those dots for the interviewer.
Show them how your experiences have prepared you for this role.
Right.
Okay, what's next on the interview question list?
Well, let's talk about a question that focuses on your meticulous side.
Okay,
How do you ensure fermentation equipment is properly cleaned and maintained?
that's a good one.
This one's all about showcasing those hygiene protocols.
Safety procedures, all that good stuff.
Exactly.
It's not just about knowing the steps.
Right. It's about conveying that you take them seriously.
You understand why they're so important.
Precisely. Companies need someone who's incredibly careful.
Someone who follows the rules, maintains a sterile environment.
Exactly. And you can use this question to mention specific cleaning agents.
Or techniques that you're familiar with.
Right. Highlight those industry best practices.
Showing off your knowledge.
Exactly. And again,
RoleCatcher's AI can provide feedback.
yes, it can make sure your answer is hitting all the right points.
It's like having a secret weapon.
It really is.
All right, let's keep going. What other entry-level questions should our listener be ready for?
How about this one?
Yeah.
What are some challenges you anticipate facing as a fermenter operator?
That's interesting.
They want to see if you've thought critically about the role.
You understand the potential difficulties?
Right.
So it's not all sunshine and rainbows?
It's not every job has its challenges.
So how should our listener approach this one?
Well, you could talk about maintaining sterile conditions.
Or troubleshooting equipment malfunctions?
Exactly. Or even dealing with unexpected changes in the fermentation process.
Things happen.
They do.
Any pro tips for this question?
When you discuss those challenges, follow it up with how you plan to overcome them.
Okay, so maybe you're a quick learner, good at problem solving.
Exactly. Or you're not afraid to ask for help when needed.
Turning those potential weaknesses into strengths.
Exactly.
Showcasing your resilience and adaptability.
I like it.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about giving the right answer.
No, it's about using each question as an opportunity.
To highlight your skills.
Yes, and demonstrate your value to the company.
I love it. And remember, RoleCatcher has a whole library of sample questions and answers.
So you can practice and refine your responses.
Until you feel super confident.
Exactly.
Okay, we've tackled some entry-level questions.
We have.
Are you ready to step it up a notch?
Bring on the challenge.
Let's explore some mid-level scenarios.
Okay, let's do it.
These questions often dive deeper into your technical knowledge and experience.
They do a common one is,
Yeah.
how do you monitor and control critical parameters during a fermentation process?
Okay, so this is where you really showcase your understanding of the science.
Exactly.
What kind of details should our listener be prepared to discuss here?
Well, think about the key factors that influence fermentation.
Like temperature, pH levels, oxygen level.
You got it. And nutrient availability, of course.
Right, so you want to demonstrate your knowledge of how to monitor those parameters
Exactly what tools and techniques you use, how you adjust them.
to optimize the process.
Precisely.
So it's about painting a picture for them
Yes,
Yeah.
showing them you understand the intricacies of fermentation.
and how to keep everything running smoothly.
Right. And don't be afraid to get specific here.
But,
Mention specific software or systems you've used.
to record data and things like that,
Exactly. It shows them you've actually walked the walk.
not just talking the talk.
Right.
And I imagine RoleCatcher's AI feedback can be helpful here too.
Oh, absolutely. It ensures your answer is aligned with the company's specific needs.
Showing them you speak their language.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm loving these insights. What's another mid-level question our listeners should be prepared for?
How about this one?
Okay.
Have you ever had to troubleshoot an issue with a fermentation process?
Well, this is a good one.
It's your chance to shine as a problem solver
So choose a specific situation where you faced a challenge.
and walk them through your process.
Okay, what kind of details should our listener focus on?
Start by describing the problem, maybe a sudden drop in pH.
Or a contamination issue?
Exactly. Then walk them through the steps you took to identify the cause.
The tools you used. The solution you implemented.
Right. And the positive outcome you achieved.
It's like telling a mini detective story,
I like that.
showcasing your analytical skills.
And your ability to think on your feet.
Now, what if the outcome wasn't perfect
That's okay. Highlight what you learned from the experience.
and how it made you a better operator?
Exactly.
Turning those so-called failures into learning opportunities.
That's a valuable lesson.
All right, I feel like our listeners getting armed with some serious interview ammunition here.
They are.
But before we move on to those senior level questions,
Okay.
let's take a quick detour and talk about career progression.
All right. Let's do it.
I know RoleCatcher has some great resources for that,
They do one thing they emphasize is continuous learning.
which makes sense. The field is always evolving.
It is staying curious and seeking out new knowledge is essential.
So how can RoleCatcher help with that?
They have a tool called Career Compass.
What does that do?
It helps you explore potential career paths, identify skill gaps
And even suggest courses or certifications.
to boost your expertise.
That's amazing. So it's not just about landing the job.
No, it's about having a plan for growth and advancement.
I love that. Okay, so speaking of advancement,
Yeah.
let's dive into those senior level interview questions.
All right, let's do it.
These often focus on leadership, big picture thinking.
And your ability to guide others.
What kind of challenges await those? Aiming for the top.
Well, one question you might encounter
Yeah.
is, how would you train and mentor a new fermenter operator?
Interesting. So it's not just about being skilled yourself.
Right. It's about being able to share that knowledge and develop others.
What kind of approach would impress the interviewer here?
Think about the key skills and knowledge a new operator would need.
Okay.
You could mention creating a structured training program, providing hands-on demonstrations.
Fostering a supportive learning environment.
Exactly, and offering regular feedback and guidance.
Showing them you understand the importance of investing in your team.
And creating a culture of continuous learning.
Now, what if you haven't had formal mentoring experience?
You can still highlight situations where you've helped colleagues.
Or shared your expertise?
Exactly. It's about connecting those dots for the interviewer.
Showing them you have the potential to be a great leader.
Right.
Okay, so another senior level question
Okay.
that's becoming increasingly important. How do you ensure that fermentation processes are conducted sustainably?
With consideration for the environment.
That's awesome. I love that sustainability is a top priority these days.
It is.
What kind of initiatives can our listener highlight here?
Think about ways to reduce waste, conserve energy,
Okay.
or even explore alternative, more sustainable ingredients.
So maybe you've implemented a system for recycling byproducts.
Exactly, or optimize processes to minimize water usage.
So it's not just about talking about sustainability.
No, it's about demonstrating your commitment to it through actions.
And RoleCatcher's career guides can be helpful here too, right?
Oh, absolutely. They provide insights into the latest sustainability trends in the industry.
It's like a cheat sheet for all things eco-friendly.
I like that.
All right, we've covered some challenging senior level questions.
We have.
Anything else those aiming for leadership roles should be prepared for?
One more.
Okay.
How do you see the role of a fermenter operator evolving in the next 5-10 years?
Oh, wow. So they're looking for someone who's forward-thinking?
Exactly, someone who understands the bigger picture.
It's not just about knowing how to do the job today.
Right. It's about anticipating the future and adapting to new challenges.
So what could our listener mention here?
Well, the increasing role of automation and data analysis,
Okay.
the need for ongoing professional development,
Right.
or even the potential impact of emerging technologies like synthetic biology.
Showing them you're not just looking for a job.
No, you're looking for a career that's constantly evolving.
Challenging you to grow.
Exactly.
And this is another area where RoleCatcher's AI feedback can be helpful.
You can input your answer and the AI will analyze it.
Based on industry trends.
And the company's specific goals.
Giving you suggestions on how to refine your response.
Exactly.
It's like having a crystal ball.
That can predict the future of fermentation.
I love it. I'm feeling like our listeners getting a masterclass in interview prep here.
I think so too.
But before we jump to the next level, let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a flash with even more tips and insights
to help you land that dream job.
Stay tuned.
We're back.
And ready to dive into more of those Fermenter Operator interview questions.
We've got some good ones lined up.
I'm excited to hear them. So we covered entry-level and mid-level scenarios.
We did.
But these questions we're about to discuss could really pop up at any stage.
Oh, absolutely. It's best to be prepared for anything.
That's true. Okay, so what's next on the list?
All right, how about this one? What qualities do you think are important for a fermenter operator to have?
Okay, seems pretty straightforward.
It does, but it's a chance to showcase your understanding of what it takes to excel in this role.
So go beyond those technical skills.
Right, highlight those personal attributes that make you a reliable operator.
So what kind of qualities would really impress the interviewer?
Well, attention to detail is crucial. Even small variations can impact the fermentation process.
That makes sense.
Problem-solving abilities are also essential. Unexpected challenges are bound to happen, and a strong work ethic, a commitment to safety protocols, those are highly valued too.
It's about showing them you're responsible and dedicated.
Exactly.
And RoleCatcher's AI can be really helpful here, right?
Absolutely. It can make sure your answer aligns with the company's value.
Giving you that extra edge.
It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
I like that.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to another question.
Okay, here's one that often trips people up. Can you describe a time when you had to work under pressure to meet a tight deadline for a fermentation process?
Ah, the classic behavioral question.
Interviewers love these.
They do. So how should our listener approach this one?
Choose a specific situation where the stakes were high, time was limited.
Okay.
Maybe you had to rush a batch to meet a customer deadline.
Or troubleshoot a major problem that could have delayed production.
Exactly. Walk them through the steps you took.
Highlight those organizational skills, your decision-making process.
And your ability to stay calm under pressure.
So it's not just about handling the stress.
Right. You also got to deliver results.
If you can showcase a situation where you saved the day.
Improved efficiency prevented a major setback, that's gold.
Even if the outcome wasn't perfect.
You can still focus on what you learned.
And how it made you a better operator.
Exactly.
Turning those challenges into valuable lessons.
That's what it's all about. All right, let's shift gears a bit.
Okay, that's good.
Let's talk about a question that often comes up for senior level positions.
All right, I'm ready.
How do you stay up to date with new developments and technologies in the fermentation industry?
So they're looking for a lifelong learner.
Exactly, someone who's passionate about staying ahead of the curve.
So how can our listener impress them with this one?
Be specific. Don't just say you read industry journals.
Right.
Mention conferences you've attended, online courses you've taken.
Professional organizations you belong to.
Maybe even a specific blog or podcast you follow.
A little self-promotion never hurts.
Exactly. But seriously, showing that you're actively seeking knowledge is key.
It demonstrates that commitment to professional growth.
And your passion for the field.
RoleCatcher's career guides can be a great resource here, too.
Absolutely. They provide insights into emerging trends, new technologies.
And even career advancement opportunities.
It's like having a roadmap for your entire career.
Now, before we wrap up our interview question deep dive,
I
want to touch on something we mentioned earlier. RoleCatcher's AI-powered feedback.
It's a game changer for job seekers.
It really is. So can you give us a few more examples of how it can help our listener prepare?
Sir, let's say you're asked to describe your experience with specific fermentation equipment.
Okay.
You input your answer into RoleCatcher, and the AI will analyze it.
Comparing it to industry standards and the company's requirements.
Exactly. It might suggest highlighting certain skills or experiences.
Or adding details about specific equipment models.
Even software programs you've used.
It's all about tailoring your message.
To resonate with the audience.
The AI can even help you identify weaknesses in your responses.
Suggesting areas for improvement.
It's like having a personal coach, helping you refine your pitch.
Exactly. Okay, so we've covered a lot on interview prep.
We have.
But let's not forget the human element.
That's important.
What are some final tips to help our listener really shine in that interview?
I'm all ears.
Beyond all the preparation and practice, remember to showcase your personality.
Let your enthusiasm shine through.
Authenticity goes a long way.
And don't forget to ask thoughtful questions.
It shows you're engaged and interested.
Turning that interview into a conversation.
A two-way street.
Now, RoleCatcher offers so much more than just interview practice.
Oh, they do.
Yep.
Their career guides are packed with industry insights.
Salary expectations, growth opportunities.
The latest trends and challenges.
It's like having a mentor guiding you through every step.
Precisely. They even offer resources for crafting a compelling resume and cover letter.
Networking, effectively negotiating your salary.
It's a one-stop shop for all things fermentation career-related.
I'm feeling like our listener is well equipped to tackle that interview.
And embark on an exciting journey in this field.
Absolutely. But before we conclude this deep dive, I want to hear that final piece of advice you mentioned earlier.
Remember your why.
My why.
Yeah, why are you passionate about fermentation?
Oh, okay.
What unique skills and perspectives can you bring to this field?
I see.
Connect with that inner drive and let it fuel your journey.
I love that. It's about going beyond just wanting a job.
Right.
Tapping into that deeper sense of purpose.
Exactly. When you're truly passionate about something, it shows.
And that passion can be contagious.
The fermentation industry is full of possibilities.
That's true.
From crafting life-saving antibiotics to developing innovative biofuels.
Wow.
The work you do can have a real impact on the world.
So it's not just about mixing and monitoring.
No, it's about contributing to something bigger than yourself.
I like that. Okay, before we wrap up this deep dive, let's recap all the awesome resources RoleCatcher offers.
Okay, good idea. We focused on interview prep, but RoleCatcher is your one-stop shop for your entire fermentation career.
So much more than just questions and answers.
They've got career guides with industry insights, salary data growth trajectories.
Impressive.
And those AI-powered tools.
Can't forget those.
They can help you tailor your resume, practice your interview answers, even get feedback on your online presence.
It's like having a career coach, a mentor, and a tech-savvy assistant all in one.
Exactly. And don't forget their Career Compass tool.
That's a good one.
It helps you map out your career path, identify skill gaps, discover new opportunities.
Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up,
RoleCatcher has something for everyone.
I think that's a great takeaway. So if you're looking to break into the world of fermentation or take your career to the next level,
RoleCatcher is your ultimate guide.
From nailing those interview questions to charting your long-term career path, they've got you covered.
It's like having a secret weapon giving you the confidence and knowledge to conquer the fermentation world.
So go out there, embrace the challenge, and ferment your way to success.
Cheers to that.
That's a wrap on this deep dive into the world of Fermenter Operators.
Thanks for listening.